Hey guys, so I know Christmas and all the gift giving holidays just finished, but I figured I'd take the time to show you guys some gifts that I thought will help you out for next year if you're looking to buy gifts for car guys or mechanics or both at the same time. If you ever had to shop for a car guy, ask my parents. It's hard. You don't really know what they want because they have so much already, or you don't know what type of stuff that they like. So it's pretty hard to shop for mechanics and car guys at the same time. So these are a couple of things. Some of them are more mechanic related than car guy related. Some of them are more car guy than mechanic, but they're a mechanic or a car guy. I'm pretty sure they're kind of like all of these. Just really depends on the type of person they are. So you just have to figure out which one they would like more. They range in price. So I'll give you like a rough estimate of prices. Some are way cheaper than others. Some are pretty expensive, but everything here is pretty cheap, honestly. So I'll go through the first little ones. So obviously, every car guy, and I'm pretty sure even a mechanic, loves Hot Wheels. You buy these guys any type of Hot Wheels and they'll love it. Like my dream car is personally the 240 SX. So someone got this for me for Christmas. I think it was about 2 years ago. I love it. Haven't even taken it out of the box yet. The other little thing you could buy, these air fresheners. Everyone loves these air fresheners. You just have to find the right type of scent that they like. They'll go crazy for it. I have like 7 different packs of those. I even have 3 packs of the wild cherry. I have the 3 packs of the strawberry. Love the strawberry, it's the best one. Another thing you can get, little plushies. They have a plushie of your car. Like this is a Miata. Obviously I don't have the pop-up Miata, but I have a regular Miata. But I do love Miatas. So if you find a plushie, a car guy will love that. You get it matching their color or different types of car. They usually have plushies. You might have to search a little bit for it, but I've seen plushies for about every single car out there. They also, another thing, if you want to buy something of that sort, they also have little Lego figures that you build, but it matches the car. So like I can buy that same Miata in a Lego, or I could buy this Subaru in a Lego, and I could build it and, you know, it sits on top of your desk, and it's pretty cool. So another thing that's more car guy oriented is this hat. I was actually gifted this hat by a friend of mine, and I thought it was pretty cool. I never thought about this. It's a little beanie. I don't know where he got it from, but it says Ty's Garage. You know, if your car guy friend or mechanic friend has like a designated logo that they use, you could put a logo on a hat, even on a t-shirt, pair of sweats, put it on some shoes. I don't know, put it on anything. I don't know where you got it from, but you could always go to Etsy or Amazon, stuff like that. Always has stuff that you could like engrave and put emblems on. If they have like a name or a logo that they use, you could always put it on a hat or something else like that. Knives. Everyone loves knives. This is a wrench knife that I got at a car show. I think it was the 14th annual Nissan meet. So I got this, pretty cool. You can get some pretty cool looking knives. Also get shop knives. You know, this is a Milwaukee shop knife. It has the razor blade in there, and it has another 3 in there. You know, this one is more for like a regular car guy who doesn't do like mechanic work or just wants a regular knife. This one is more of like a shop knife used for cutting boxes. I always use it for boxes. I'm always in need of a knife, so I usually carry that one around. But either one works. They're pretty cheap. The Milwaukee is way easier to find. The wrench one you might have to look around for. Another thing that you can look for is flashlights. You always love flashlights. This is just the regular one. It has 2 settings in it, really high and then like a medium setting. I love it. It's pretty good. It's bright. and it wasn't that expensive. This one I actually found, but I do have another one. I found this one just laying in the street, but I do have one that I bought myself, and it's not that expensive. It's like 30 bucks maybe. You can also find some even better ones on Amazon. Then you have this work light. This work light was actually gifted to me this year. It's actually really good, surprisingly. So these turn. So, and it also has magnets on the bottom. So if we come over here, I usually have this just on top of my table. So it sticks with the magnets, but you could also turn it in different directions. And yeah, the light is pretty sick too. You use it as a rechargeable battery too. And the light is really bright. Doesn't do much justice, and it has 3 modes. But yeah, it's pretty bright. I blinded myself with it. Okay, so another one. Well, I'll just stick with the lights. So this is a under hood work light. It has these unscrew, and it has clips on here. So you unscrew this and a little rope comes out, and you hook it onto your hood just like that. This thing is bright as well, and it has like a medium mode and a high mode. It's a 2-mode light. It's pretty bright, lasts a long time. It's by Braun, so you could get this from a Harbor Freight. It's pretty cheap. I think it was like 40 bucks. The only thing I don't like is the yellow. I like everything red, but you know, sometimes you gotta deal with the stuff you got. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. It's rechargeable. I've used it for when I did the interior detailing on this one. I just hooked it through the, what's that called? The little latches on top. I also used it when I was doing the engine detail on this one. It's pretty bright, lasted me the entire time. So I like that. And yeah, so that's another one. This is one of the more expensive ones. Then if you're said car guy or mechanic, actually, if you're a mechanic, all right, if you're shopping for someone who's a mechanic, recommend these. These are Haynes repair manuals. Just about every single car has a Haynes repair manual, and they're amazing. They tell you everything. As long as your car is like decently stocked and doesn't have crazy mods in it, this will tell you everything that you need to know. From the engine to engine codes to interior to suspension, it has everything that you could possibly need. And if it doesn't, you're probably doing something wrong. Yeah, these are on Amazon. I don't really know. You can also go to AutoZone. I know if you go to AutoZone, they have like a little bookshelf, and you could ask them, and they will either order for you or they have it in stock. This one they didn't have in AutoZone. Actually, I don't think I even checked. I just went online. I have one for the Buick. I have this one for the Miata. I have one for my mom's CRV. I need to get one for the Subaru, actually. Another book that you could get that I actually used for this engine, if I could find it, is something like this. So again, Haynes manual. So this is a engine overhaul manual that I was using to tear this motor apart, just because this is my first engine rebuild. So I use it, tear it apart. That's why I have the tools are in there, and also know what I need to do to put it back together. So this also tells you everything that you need to know, really in depth, and this is just specific to this engine. So everything that you need to know about this engine, putting it back together, rebuilding it, resurfacing, everything is in this book. So that's more of mechanic based, more than it is car guy, but good for both, especially if you want to learn about like check engine codes and doing stuff in the interior and regular maintenance. Then you also have books like this. This is more towards the car guy. Little magazines. They're really fun. I bought these for myself one Christmas because I was like, these look cool. I found them in a set. what was it, like 50 bucks? That was like 20 bucks. It's pretty good. I really like the old magazines, so I was like, whatever. Now this is more of the mechanic section. So we always need shop rags every time. Different types of shop rags. These I got from Harbor Freight. I think they're at like $5 for a pack. So I have those on the back of my cart. You also get rags like these. These aren't amazing, but they do a decent job. I think I have some other ones in there. I have those too. They're basically like those, but those come in a full set. They're not amazing either. They're not really that absorbent. And then you also have rags like the microfiber rags they use to like clean and detail cars. So you could do that too. Those are better. I like these and the microfibers. And then you have these. This is a telescopic magnetic thingy. I love these. Then when you drop a bolt in the engine bay, you just extend it, you pick it up with it. It's the best. This is in the front row of my cart because I always drop stuff and I always need it. So it's pretty good to get. They're also not expensive at all. Then you have these spark plug sockets. Not expensive. You go to Harbor Freight, get a couple of them. I think this was a set, the 2 sizes of the spark plug sockets, and yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, so spark plug sockets, probably my favorite. They're swivel head, so easy to get into those hard to reach areas. You have a couple different styles with these. They have shorter extensions. They also have longer extensions. I chose these because they're more universal. You could always put another extension on top of it if you want to. I like those. They're pretty good. Another thing that we have is these panel poppers. There are a couple different styles of these. Like I have another one. Ow, I just hit my elbow. I have another style of these. So you have these. These are more for like those plastic panels. And you have these, which are more specific to the plastic panels. You see that they have those little curve on the inside. So those just dig on there and they pop them out. But these do just about the same job. They're angled so you can get under there and have a little leverage to pull them up. So a couple different styles of them, but I like these the best. They're pretty universal and they're fairly cheap. Go to AutoZone, Harbor Freight, Amazon, you can get them for pretty cheap. Now this one, we have a cordless plastic welder. It's more the expensive side, but very useful for someone if you know someone that has a project car, pretty messed up panels, you know. So the way that this works is this uses a M18 Milwaukee battery. I don't know what else it uses, but I know it definitely uses M18. And it has all of these little pin type things. So this end of the pin goes into this end of the gun. So you put it in, that little 2-prong in there. And what this does is it heats up that little pin and it pushes the pin into the plastic while also melting the plastic. And it basically welds the 2 pieces of plastic together. So let's say I had this, let's say this was a crack. So you would put the 2-prong, you put the little metal thing in the 2-prong and you would heat it up and you would push it in and it would melt the plastic together and also push the metal inside. So it's reinforced with the plastic, but it's also melted together, welding the plastic pieces together. So definitely not a gift for everyone because not many people are gonna use a plastic welder if they're just like interested in cars and they're not like doing DIY type stuff. But if you know someone with project cars or they always do DIY stuff, you never need it till you need it is what this would be considered as. You don't need it on a regular day, but the day that you do need it is when you don't have it. So you'd rather have it than not have it, you know? So it wasn't too expensive. I think this was like 30, 40 bucks. But if you're gonna buy this for someone, you also have to make sure that it uses the right battery that they have. unless they have to go and buy a Milwaukee battery. So just make sure it uses the same type of battery that they usually use. Another gift that you could always give somebody, a little spray bottle. Definitely get one nicer than this, but spray bottle. They do interior detailing. This is perfect. If they do window tint, perfect. I mean, if they do anything, that's perfect. I use a spray bottle on just about everything. I use it on detailing. I use it on window tinting. If I want to detail an engine bay, you know, you want to find little punctures in tires. If they're a tire guy, you can use that too. Spray the water on it and it comes out with bubbles. And yeah, the only other thing that I am gonna put in this video for now is this creeper. This creeper, you could definitely find cheaper on Amazon or something else, but I got it in AutoZone. So let's come over here and I'll show you. So, regular creeper, very flat and close to the floor, and it rolls really well. This floor is just really bad. But it also has a pin that when you lift it up, it turns into a chair. So that's pretty cool. You're working on, if you're like me, you don't really have like lifts and you're stuck with jacks and jack stands, it's perfect. Put the car on a jack, take the wheel off, sit on the chair, work. If you have to get under, put it on a jack, turn it back into the creeper, go under. It's perfect, it's simple, it hides away because you could turn it into a creeper and put it really flat against the wall. It worked perfect. I love it, it's pretty good. I use it majority of the time. But yeah, so this was a little, oh wait, no. This is another really cheap thing that you could get. I'm sorry, but you gotta get some of these. They're a mechanic, buy them as many as you can of these, because we always need more. They're little magnetic trays, stick to anything, small one and a big one. They have other types that have like a bowl. They're really cheap and they're very good. They stick with anything. Nuts, bolts, ratchets, screwdrivers, anything. I always need more. I have 2 there, and I also have a red one back here somewhere. Yeah, right there. So I always need these and I always use them. That's another cheap thing. They're like maybe $3-4. Really cheap. And you can get them from, well, that's like $3-4 at Harbor Freight. You can find them way cheaper on Amazon, but yeah. So other than that, that's about it for this one. I do have more. I have a whole list, but that'll definitely get you started for some Christmas shopping for next year or giving gifts for anything. So hope you like it. I gotta put all this stuff in my room. I don't know how I'm gonna carry this out. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope I helped you out. Definitely more to come, especially with this car. I'll make sure to keep you updated. And yeah, have a good one. And I hope you guys had a good holiday because it just finished.